What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you for another Things That Make Me a Jack. Yeah. Yo, what got me jacked up this time? Yo, Heat Override. I bet you're wondering. You're sitting out there listening, watching my crazy self go, what? And what got me under my nerves? I've already talked about these people. I talked about, for a slight moment, bicyclists that own the road, right? So let's just get this right about these special privileged people, these people that are a little band of people that think that they're higher than the rest of society. No, I'm not talking about the great bikers like a bunch of my friends that do bikes and ride to Niagara Falls, like my boy Steve. Like, bro, you good. But what I'm talking about is the bicyclists that aren't like them, the absolute trash of bicyclists. Not even the one with the motors. Because the one with the motors, they can just fly. They fly all over. I see them dudes bobbing in and out of traffic and probably doing like 89 miles per hour. They actually are more dangerous than any of the crotch rocks, Harley Davidson, Suzuki driving motorcyclists. No, the bicyclists are worse because they're fast and they don't even have something that can take a hit. Do they even know what a car with them doing 60 miles per hour and a car hitting them at 60 miles per hour do? I know what it does to a motorcyclist, and I don't want to speak about it, right? Because I've lost some good friends that way. But we sit here every day as a society gluttoned upon our own stupidity in our own world that we think we rule the world, and we do not. We don't rule the world. Safety should rule the world. And I'm not saying everything can be safe, but here we go. Let's look at it this way. So that's my intro. Let me give you an example. So you tell me who's right and who's wrong. And look, if you're going to blow me up, comment, like, at least put a mad helmet on my dang podcast because I ain't playing with you people no more. Y'all's lazy. I don't care about this. This is about safety and about the idiocy that it allows these bicyclists to create before they get punched in the mouth by somebody like me. And I'm not saying I'm going to go punch somebody, but I will tell you this if you get in my face and you keep doing this. So let's just start out. Now, I'm under the interpretation that I've run across this gentleman twice now, right? And so there's a bicyclist apparently in my area. There used to be another bicyclist I used to talk about at my other job that he would just sit there and ride in the middle of the street on the he's riding in a 5-lane traffic, 45 to 55 mile per hour cars are flying around him in a 45 mile per hour zone, and he literally doesn't signal. He doesn't signal at all. Literally just turns into traffic. I'm surprised the guy's alive, honestly. That guy should have been dead a long time ago. I almost hit him 3 times. I know my other driver at the time almost hit him 3 times. And I've talked to multiple people that have hit him multiple times too. That man's going to get plastered one day if he ain't already plastered. And I'm sorry, this is not going to be nice. This is things that make me a jerk for a reason, right? Because I'm telling you how it is. I'm telling you what the real cracker stuff is all about, right? You want to get cracked? You go get cracked by a car. That bumper ain't going to feel good when it crunches you, bro, right? So when you're looking at this, let's talk about the law. The actual law in all 50 states are that bicyclists must follow the same laws as a regular motorist. So that means if they're going too slow or they're going too fast, which unfortunately there is some states that really don't have a speed limit on bikes. So that being said, if you're going too slow, if you're going 5 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour road, you really, really, really have something wrong with you. And if I want one of you little bike superstars to come at me, because I will win. I will defeat you and I will slay your argument. You should never do 50. You shouldn't even do 5 miles per hour in a 55. Hell, when I blew a freaking rod on the way back from a trip, I was 55 minutes away from Erie, and I could only do 45 miles per hour, and I pissed every single person off. And why does that bicyclist think that they can get on that same highway, which is a massive problem because the highway 70 miles per hour and you're doing 5 to 10 miles per hour, but you in your own little weird little world think you should be there. You know where you're going to be? In a coffin 6 feet deep, because that's where your ideals is going to land you. Now, listen, now also bicyclists that are going too slow, you have to still do 25 miles per hour. So, hey, dude, if you can't do 25 miles per hour on your bike, 35 or 45, you need to find another alternative. You need to find a side road. You need to maybe hop on the sidewalk for a minute, maybe ride the grass, but you should not be in a 70 mile per hour road on a bike. That's a death wish, bro. And I don't care. You have no rights. You have no rights at that point. I don't care who or what. If it, heck, you could give me the president right. Well, that he couldn't even keep up with me right now. I'm too fast. But literally, in my best walkthrough show voice, are you insane? What are you doing in the middle of the road, dude? Right. So I'll give it them. So I was backing out of my driveway. I have some bushes and my front porch extends out a little bit. I always look. I stop. I look. I stop. So I'm there and I'm looking, and there's this man standing in front of my house on a bike. All right, cool, whatever. I don't know why he's standing there. Maybe he heard me coming. Maybe he didn't. Who knows? But I saw him. So he gives me this little nod. You know, cool. All right. So I back out of my driveway, and this little punk, this old punk ass dude, starts mouthing at me. I'm like, bro, you know where I live. Just come back when I come back. We can settle this like men. Seriously. I can take that bike and I can shove it 6 feet up your ass. Right? So if that's where that needs to be, I'm going to shove it there. Because seriously, why are you mouthing at me now? What if my dog was in the window? What if my wife and my daughter are on that porch? They're going to be like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Why are you mouthing at that? That's a crazy man. That's Mr. Heat Override. He's going to put the pain on your ass. But here we are doing this. So this is why I thought this was this guy again. He looked exactly the same, kind of had a beard, kind of had a long head, had a hat. You know, you kind of just get that vibe when you sense that kind of special asshole, right? That kind of makes people like me a jerk, right? So I'm coming over the street, 25 miles per hour, everything's going good, and I come up on this fuck, all right? So I got the PG-13, I can say one bad word, right? And I come up on him, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know it was him at first, right? And I slow down. I'm doing it. He's at 10 miles per hour to 25. Now you are under overspeed or under speed. You should probably move over. Now in the law, if there's a small car, if your car is disabled or in some way, you should have a flasher on. Now, if I flash you, that means I'm going to pass you, right? So then by law, you should then pull over so that I can proceed around you because apparently you can't handle the road. Sorry. Well, I'm sitting there and I slow down. There ain't no time for that. I slow down. I'm good. I'm rolling. I'm waiting to get the opportunity. I know he's going to move over. And wouldn't you know, this son of a bitch starts fucking talking some more shit. Like talking more stuff. Like, I'm like, oh, it must be that guy. That's what makes me. He's in front of my car, running his mouth. And I'm like, why is it everybody in the world that either has a problem in life or will find a problem with me just randomly driving, being happy, listening to music, appears in front of my car? It's literally been set. My daughter sees it. My wife sees it all the time. The assholes always park in front. They find a way in front of me. And this is how they act. They literally act. I was not tailgating him. I was more than 10 feet behind him. And I was waiting for him to slow down or move over so that I could pass him. I did not need that kind of shenanigans on my way home from a break. I didn't need any of that. Nobody needs none of that. So for all you bicyclists that act this way, who think the roads are yours, shut up, take a fucking chill pill, and move the fuck over, asshole. And that's how people like you make people like me a jerk. Yeah. Have a great day, everybody. And always remember to move that bike over. Yeah.